Hello everyone, I am Taureor and welcome to my newest Hearts of Iron 4 video. Today we're going to explore the Spanish Civil War, because I haven't really played a proper game as Spain since the new focus tree was introduced. So we will fight the Civil War and we will win it. What then? We'll see. But before we begin, a message from a sponsor. Today we'll be playing as Spain. Speaking of Spain, it's the perfect segue to this video's sponsor, Rise of Kingdoms. Spain is one of the countries you can play in that game. Rise of Kingdoms is a free-to-play mobile MMO strategy game with unrestricted RTS-type unit movement. It also has a nice cartoony graphics style. It features 11 historical civilizations that you can play as, each of them with unique units, leaders, and bonuses. For example, Spain has the Fearless Fighters ability that gives them stronger cavalry and economy. They can also use the Conquistador unit. Teamwork is an important factor in a war. I can join a war that uses very few troops to defeat many. An army with only 60 million battle power can defeat another one with 90 million battle power. That is, if proper tactics and a great commander are used. Bigger army feel they'll win for sure because of the numbers, but may be sorely disappointed. With support from your alliance members, strategy and tactics, your army will gain the final victory. Download Rise of Kingdoms using the link below. Also, check out the giveaway link for a chance to win a prize. And back to Hearts of Iron 4. So, regular difficulty, Ironman mode, and historical focuses. I have briefly experimented with non-historical, but you guys do seem to prefer them. Historical. I have tested this a little bit, but not too much. I haven't really played a proper game through the Spanish Civil War, and there is quite a lot of options. Essentially, there are 6 focus tree branches. First, we choose Great Spain or the Popular Front. Great Spain deals with the fascist branch, the non-aligned branch, the Carlists, and a middle ground that can let you befriend the two. And I have explored this tree a little bit. Now, if we go with the Popular Front, we can be the anarchists, which is weird. We can be communist or we can be democratic. Moreover, a Great Spain makes us the aggressor in the Civil War, while with the Popular Front we would try to delay it as much as possible. So I'm going with a Great Spain because I've explored this focus tree a bit more, though I haven't played a proper game of this yet. But if you would like me to explore the second branch as well, let me know in the comments and then I might make another video. Troops. Let's get all our troops to Spain. Say here. Construction. Some civilian factories as usual. Production. Lots of guns please. And research. Doctrine. Superior firepower. Some machine tools. And the research bonus. And that's about it. Let's speed the game up and unpause. Oh, let's also gather up our planes. Now, we could also not do any focus, but it wouldn't prevent the Civil War. We would just have to choose with an event, and it actually benefits us a little bit more to do the focuses. In the Spanish Civil War, we are very, very limited. Can't really do anything that is not the Spanish Civil War. Anyway, let's continue the focus tree. Hand over the Cedar campaign chest, which is going to give us insane amounts of political power. And we will make good use of it. Spanish election of 1936. This unlocks decisions. These decisions that strengthen us a little bit and also speed up the military plot. And the opposition also does these. Additionally, we can spend political power on the map to acquire garrisons. And yes, we're going to be doing that. They're going to start with Madrid, and it is a crucial place. So I think I'm going to try and surround it. That would stretch our borders a bit, but if we can cut it off, it would be great. So let's start by suppressing the strikes, because they're doing concessions to the left, which would decrease our political power. But with suppressing the strikes, we can counter that and start spreading our influence to Extremadura. If I can take these 3, or at least 2 of them, I should be able to surround Madrid and Toledo, which are very valuable targets. Also, we have to time our decisions very well. We acquired the first garrison, and of course I missed. Did I miss the click moment? Yes, I did. Right, let's just do the basic level in all of them. They can counter our influence, but they do have to spend political power on that, and I think they need to spend more than we're spending. Negotiate Carlist support. And here as well. Electronic Mechanical Engineering complete. They're challenging us over here. That's fine. I just need 2 of them. Finish concessions to the left, and they're doing concessions to the left again. Each of these missions, the ones we're doing, speed up the military plot. And the ones they're doing, slow it down. All of ours take 37 days and speed the uprising up by 36 days. Now the ones they're doing only delays it by 15 days. Now we want a quick uprising, but we need to also complete all the focuses. Nevertheless, we do need to suppress the strikes so that we do not get penalty to political power. Let's do Extremadura again. We've negotiated Carlist support, the Army of Africa. Let's also see what focuses they're doing. Right, let's take this one again. They will eventually challenge our garrisons. Just need to make sure I have all the influence in 2 of them. And that's going to be enough. If I can have all 3, that would be perfect, but That's not gonna work. Second, London Naval Treaty and basic machine tools. Right, next up, let's finish Extremadura, and they're challenging us in Ciudad Real. Army of Africa complete, secure the northern garrisons. Let's go for Guadalajara. How much time? A lot of time left. Let's do this one again. But we've done suppress the strikes, we don't need to suppress them anymore. Let's do a Primo de Rivera speech. Although, should I wait a little bit? Because if I do the Primo de Rivera speech now, that's going to be 15 extra days from them, plus 59, that is 74, and this would take off 73. So essentially the moment I finish, the Civil War starts. Are we ready? Or do we need some more time? 3 more days, 14. Alright, yeah, if they don't challenge me here in Ciudad Real, that's gonna be okay. Sure, let's do a Primo de Rivera speech, we're ready for Civil War. Okay, let's do Ciudad Real. Now I need them to not challenge this one. They can challenge this one, not this one though. Secure the northern garrisons, and now we have to make a choice. Phalangists, non-aligned, or fuse the parties. And I prefer to fuse the parties, because we don't really need to fight our own people too much. And finish this. Yeah, they're challenging extra Guadalajara garrison, which is okay. Stockpiling guns. Can I train new units? No, I can't train new units. Wait, that's 13 days, and that's 7 days, and that is 16 out of 28, so that's 12, alright. I will finish the focus with 1 day left. Perfect timing, I suppose. Okay, garrison's ours, which means we'll get these all around Madrid, and when the Primo de Rivera speech is complete, we get the Civil War. Did I miscalculate? No, 1 day left. Yeah, perfect. Now, I think if I do any of these, that will be cancelled. Anyway, the Civil War will now start. Boom! Spanish Civil War, and we have acquired all this territory. Now, our borders look pretty bad. I'm hoping we'll be able to maintain them. What I'm most interested in is taking Toledo and Madrid quickly, and we might actually be able to do it. Spanish Civil War. Now we get to choose between the Carlists and fusing the parties. This is the Carlist option, this is the Unity option. Let's take the Unity option. Now for this to work, we need to go to fuse the parties as soon as possible. For that, we'll need to consolidate the North, foment the Carlist split, banish the party leaders, save, and all these as well, and then fuse the parties. So let's start with save the Alcazar. And we can rush with these troops. Perhaps I should have put some more troops here, but never mind. Let's see if I can get Madrid and Toledo. Toledo is actually more important than Madrid, believe it or not. Let's try and get that. You go through here, and you pin this guy. So now we want to assault the north as quickly as we can, because we would like to acquire these territories. 20 should be enough. Attack quickly and aggressively. I need to take the ports, and generally the whole thing as quickly as possible. That will require some manual management. Pin some enemy troops, go to Bilbao, secure the ports as quickly as you can, essentially. Right, the rest of you also run towards Madrid, and you also run towards Toledo if you can. Pin this guy, you pin this guy. So this is the Northern Army. This is the army on special assignment to complete a focus quest. And these two will just secure this very long front line. Field Marshal with Franco and Mola. Franco is a little bit better. Let's use Mola as a general. Right, I should also activate everyone to be aggressive before the event that solidifies the front lines happens. Oh, you can do extra supplies for all of them. Sure, do that. And planes and volunteers from Italy and Germany. Perfect. If I can take Madrid in the meantime, that's perfect. But it doesn't look like I can. You try and go around to Madrid. You try to assault Toledo directly. And you gather from the other side. And Toledo is the priority for the Alcazar focus. Going well enough, but Bilbao is defended, sadly. Doesn't look too good. I do have to take advantage of the fact that the modifier that solidifies the front lines is not active yet. And attack with all that I've got. So let's do the, super exhausting waste of resources attack. Force attack, yeah, this one. Civil front line, damn it. Yeah, that's the one. Essentially now we won't really be able to do much. Let's focus on the Madrid offensive. Oh, wait a minute, what's that? I do have ships. I could hunt them down over here. Balance you out, give you an admiral, raid them convoys. So now that we have all those negative modifiers, I'm not sure I should be doing the super attack anymore. We surely can take the ones that are not defended. Right, switch everyone to balanced, stop the general attack. I mean, we're still winning, the modifiers are very powerful and very bad for us. I might still be able to prevail up north. And again, I do have them surrounded, so that's something. We're very close to actually getting Toledo, and that would speed our focus up quite a lot. So if I could do that, it might be worth the losses I'm taking. Say the Alcazar is done, which is unfortunate because that actually, creates a mission Where is it? Impending Carlos the Pricing, yeah, we're working on it. Save the Alcazar, 140 days, that's not a lot of time. Anyway, martyrdom for Primo de Rivera. If I could take out the north, even though we're taking heavy losses right now, I have no attack. But neither do they, so that's something. Well, that would be awesome. Are you attacking? Don't attack. No, you hold. Yeah, just the ones that are attacking Toledo. Just you guys. You're just wasting resources, don't attack. Oviedo, Bilbao, and Toledo are the ones I want. And they are worth the losses we're taking, the rest, not so much. Once we prepare the offensive, I'll of course attack more down here. Now, if I stopped attacking Bilbao for a moment, it's possible they would move to a different province, but I'm almost there. We've almost taken it. If I can take the 2 ports, that would make killing them off very quick and easy. Meanwhile, Toledo, well, I just need it for the mission. Oh, how did you get here? Yeah, I don't have enough troops on this front line because, I forced myself into a very long front line, but if we succeed in taking this, and this, and this, it will be worth it. If we don't, we'll lose some territory. It's actually looking quite promising. I took Bilbao. Perfect. You, stay here, detach to different armies so you don't take any orders. Could you please stop attacking me for a moment? You. Ah, damn it. But we can attack Toledo from another side. Perhaps we can even push this to Madrid without even completing the offensive thing. And Oviedo is ours as well. You stay here, be detached from any orders. Got the place. Attack everywhere. Now I will be wiping these guys out. I can reassign some troops to the other armies guarding our main borders to increase our safety. Now how about Toledo? Can I get that? And Madrid perhaps, because we're very close to it. We need all the attack power there. Perfect. We have done the Alcazar mission. That's extra political power and Caudillo of Spain. With that, we'll be able to hire the silent workhorse immediately. It's going to give us all the political power and then an infantry expert, I think. This is a great success, apparently. Now, we're very close to Madrid, and the units there don't have a lot of organization. It is possible for us to take it. It's not the perfect situation, but it is possible. So, of course, we'll do our best to press this advantage. If we can take Madrid, perfect. Then again, we shouldn't focus on it too much, just have 4 units attacking is fine, but don't waste too many resources, since in 16 days, we'll not have the penalty anymore, and we'll be in a better position to actually do it. Meanwhile, we have surrounded them, and this is going well. Actually, if we could win this quickly enough, we wouldn't even need to fuse the parties, but I do prefer the non-confrontational approach if we can do that. This army is actually doing quite a lot of good work. I mean, they're gonna die, but see how many enemy units they've occupied. And in the meantime, we were able to take Toledo. Mechanical competing. 10 days until we get the offensive thingy. And we have Madrid. So it's one of the places we don't want to lose. Let's take 1 unit, add it to the army of, sitting on victory points. The important ones. And soon we'll have the north cleaned up. We'll redo the front lines and then we can attack normally. I could press the advantage, but, that would cost us quite a lot. Also, they're soon going to get an anarchist uprising, and that will also strengthen us. So I think just sitting on our behinds right now might not be the worst course of action. If the offensive thing is done, we can attack. We should be able to push a little bit. Martyrdom for Primo de Rivera is complete. Now, we could do Exalt the Martyrs of the War, but it's not the best choice right now. We want to go to foment a Carlist split, because if we don't do that, there's going to be a Carlist uprising, eventually. Consolidate the North. That's a lot of extra military factories. We could use them, certainly. Alright, we can do another offensive thingy. I guess I'll go after Sevilla. And we can hire Emilio Mola, an infantry expert. We have destroyed another pocket of resistance, just 2 units remaining. I don't need that many of you here. Let's take half of you and reassign them to a different army to solidify the front lines. Yay, we're making gains. Germany has cancelled the Lend-Lease. Why, Germany? We were doing so well together. Oh, this is undefended. Let's go in. Still need to mop up the north and then reorganize my armies. Why are you cancelling the Lend-Lease, Italy? Don't do that. Oh, Portugal wants to send me volunteers. And I think I was contemplating attacking Portugal. Foment a Carlist split. Extra stability. I'm gonna slow down the Carlist uprising. We'll go after Sevilla next, but I wanna finish these 2 areas. Yes, I could get an offensive here to make it faster, but they're really not putting up much of a fight. Now, shouldn't these guys be out of supply? They don't have a port. We have taken over the Madrid area. Go after Sevilla. How much time do we have until the uprising? Impending Carlist uprising a lot of time, so I don't really need to go towards that immediately. Now, those are pretty good things I can do with these. A lot of political power. But these can also be beneficial. No, let's take the long-term benefits. Extol the Bar and Martyrs. We also get the Phalangist. That is a very good economic guy with some extra support. I can't do war economy because we're technically non-aligned. What I can do is get an army offense expert. Let's do that. And Regional Council of Aragon declared war. I could push them here quite a lot. It's free real estate if it's undefended, of course, so move in there. Still, it's good for me if they're fighting each other, of course. About those attack decisions, yeah, let's take another one. Now, I don't really care about destroying them quickly. I would prefer for my two enemies to fight each other, especially since I am avoiding that on my side. We have confined them to one province. How's the attack in Sevilla? Very good. Chinese United Front. I could also attack China. Hindenburg incident, not really a problem for me. Problem for Victoria, because she's not going to be ruling Germany. They have left some territory undefended. That's mighty silly of them, isn't it? Why are you doing push-ups? Did I accidentally... Oh, god damn it. I accidentally clicked exercise. Oh, well. Let's try and take them out with just these two units. They did mount some resistance, but we did actually take quite a lot of territory. And Sevilla is surrounded. This fight with the anarchists really is taking a toll on them. Now we banish the party leaders for the political power. They seem to be in a bit of a pickle. Perhaps I should just push with everything. At least they wouldn't be able to relocate troops if I did that. It looks like we're gonna win very soon. I forgot there are special rules for the Spanish Civil War. 5% or less. Should I try and push for Barcelona with these guys? Like, you attack here, you attack here. They're fighting each other, we take out both. Possibly. That was a very fruitful endeavor down here. Army regrouping expert. Japan attacks China. Now would be a good time to justify on China, if we wanted to do that. Banish the party leaders. How's the northern attack? Going well enough. You go and take Barcelona. Wonder if taking Valencia will be sufficient. That's 10 victory points. There's one here. Yeah, it might actually work. I wonder if the impending Carlist uprising will automatically cancel if I win the Civil War. Industrial Phalangist. Yay, Valencia is mine. Second Republic defeated. There's still the anarchists. I think we should just finish them off. We'll also know if the uprising, the Carlist uprising, is still a thing, if you defeat your enemies before it happens. Go on, Anarchs. Bow to the Camarilla, to Spain. One true Spain. Impending Carlist uprising is still a thing, okay. So I still need to fuse the parties, but the war is pretty much over. Technically, I'm non-aligned, so I cannot justify a war goal to use these massive amounts of troops. I'm not sure why I can't do the referendum. When I played a short test game, I was able to do the referendum. I guess now we wait and rebuild. 38 factories is not too bad. Safeguard the freedom of worship. And with this, we will get the final victory in the Civil War. This will be removed upon the Civil War's conclusion. But can I bypass it then? You know what, I should probably do it. Just to make sure we can get down to this one. Because integrate the Requetes, this one anyway, gives us extra population and attack and defense. And from that we can get the extra research slot. Just make sure, if I could bypass, that would be perfect. But I don't know if I can bypass this. So unfortunately I have to cancel fuse the parties. Just the first do the methodical approach. But since the war is over, I can just invest in my economy. Let's do free trade. France and Britain announce alliance. We don't need to do any offensives. Can I modify units? We'll modify our units once we're done with the war. Methodical approach is done. It's just national spirit, but, now let's fuse the parties and end the war. Interesting, Emilia Mola has advanced to level 4. Nationalist victory in the Spanish Civil War. Oh, we have bypassed the other stuff. So, nationalist victory. Delete the units and templates. Basically screw our economy. Well, that's unfortunate. Now we have some pretty bad consequences. And even resistance in our own states. So apparently that's no longer core for some reason. It's gonna be fine. What can we do? We can do national recovery, which boosts us economically. We could join the Axis, which could benefit us quite a lot. We'll adopt the 26 points or go for the research slot. Oh, this gives us war economy. Removes modify autonomous state. What does that do? It also gives us limited conscription. That's pretty good. Autonomous state, max factories. Oh, bloody hell, that's horrible. Why would anyone play that? Alright, let's do that. It's gonna increase our economy quite a lot. Now we can start training units. What templates do we have? Decent division, maybe too much artillery. I want to invest in just infantry with support. Have a lot of experience. Let's make it a 20 with infantry, with recon, engineers, and support artillery. Let's switch everyone over. So far, I find the Civil War itself an interesting concept, but the general experience is not very enjoyable with the national recovery and all that. So yeah, at least we'll get war economy and limited conscription. So that's going to benefit us quite a bit. Anschluss of Austria. Wait a minute, can I join the Allies? I can, if I have more non-aligned than fascists. And this is actually not exclusive, so I can first join the Allies and then join the fascists. Interesting, perhaps I should do that. My non-aligned support will go up if I hire the lifelong Carlist guy. We can fire him later. Sure, and train some more infantry. Yay, war economy and conscription. Dictator for life or restore the monarchy. Oh, we can actually restore the monarchy, really. Or make Franco dictator for life. I'm gonna do this just so we can get the research slot. And we'll focus on recovery later. Collaboration governments. Sure. I kind of wish I attacked Portugal during the Civil War. It is possible to do that. We have to play the long game here, it seems. I don't like that. I do prefer to just attack everyone quickly. But I'm committed to checking out how Spain plays currently. If we had gone fascist during the Civil War and declared war on, say, Portugal in the meantime, we could win and expand that way. We're non-aligned, so we can still do that. We just need the world tension to be 50. But we did lose most of our troops, so we're pretty weak right now. We've utilized the intellectuals. Okay, I think it's time to do national recovery. It's gonna give us tons of stability, actually. So if we join the Axis, we could do fascist economic aid. Or we can do autarky on our own. Change trade law to closed economy. Oh no, that's terrible. I mean, I could just change it back, I guess. Alright, we'll do autarky and just change the economic law on our own. Because free trade is the only right choice. Closed economy is stupid. I mean, there are reasons to do it, just we don't have one of those. I mean, national recovery is nice. Fortunately, with Spanish austerity, we'll no longer be getting the stability bonuses it provides. And this is a high bonus, actually. Perhaps I should keep it a bit longer. The recovering from Civil War thing is not that bad. I think I'll go for Dictator for life. Of course, switch back to free trade. Stamp out the Maquis. Fate of Czechoslovakia and Zog submits to Italy, and we're just sitting here unable to do anything. Yeah. See, when I played the quick test game, I had the option to do the referendum for fascism. I'm not sure why it went away in this game. It's pretty cool. We have Francisco Franco as the leader of both those parties. Stamp out the Maquis. Alright, what's next? Demand French North Africa. I guess we might be able to get stuff. Let's first check the decisions we just got. We need compliance of just 35%. Oh, that's not bad. It does cost a lot of political power. I mean, we'll do it, it's just expensive. We'll do these, maybe we can get some extra territory for free. Moldovan-Ribbentrop, and Italy joins the Axis. And we're just sitting here doing nothing. But when the world tension reaches 50%, we'll be able to justify a war goal. And with that, I think I'll take Portugal. Although there are other options. Portugal is just the easiest. And it does come with some benefits. And we have pretty much rebuilt the army. Let's do it at Tangiers Enclave. I think we'll get extra stuff from it. And stuff's going down. Now, when the world tension goes to 50, I'll be able to justify war goals. So let's bank some political power to be able to attack Portugal. And our factories will start going up soon, because of these decisions. How's the world tension? Only 37. Yay, 46 factories already. For Warsaw, still not enough world tension. 42, Poland capitulates. Still some way to go. Alright, and we did the Tangiers Enclave. Let's see what the Brits say. Yay! We need Vichy France for this one, so it'll have to wait. Should I do Spanish austerity yet? Not really. The extra stability is really helping us. Probably should have not chosen this path. I forgot about the stability thing. Yeah, I should have gone down this one. This autarky thing was a mistake. Oh well, too late to change it now. Then let's do expand conscription, because extra 2% recruitable population is quite a lot. And we have enough world tension. Let's attack Portugal. We haven't caused a lot of world tension, so the Allies will not guarantee them. Netherlands capitulate, and France will soon be taken. Yeah, autarky was a mistake. Soon we'll be able to get the 5th research slot. And also, conquer Portugal. I could also go off to China, theoretically. Japan is not doing too well, though. Yeah, I'm very sad about this now, about autarky. Capital of espionage, really? Right, this amount of units will be sufficient to take out Portugal. Let's not train anymore right now. And France capitulates. That should open up some focus choices. In the meantime, Signal Company. Anti-air or anti-tank? Maybe anti-air. Death of Rudolf Hess aboard the Hindenburg. We expanded conscription, and now we can demand French North Africa. Come on, France, gimme. We're not technically fascist, so Portugal should not join the Allies. Also, our non-aligned support is growing, so we eventually will be able to join the Allies, most probably. Still not sure if it's the best course of action for us. If we decide against it, I can just fire the card list. And we'll go back to being fascist. And French North Africa, and... perfect! Extra territory for us. Let's direct the universities and get the 5th research slot. That's nice. And we can get collaboration governments once we increase compliance. Yeah, Portugal shouldn't stand a chance against us. We're very strong compared to them, and they have not been guaranteed. So Portugal's ours, soon. Croatia and other stuff is happening, and we're safely tucked away in our part of the world. And we can stay here if we so choose. Norway capitulates, and we have a war goal on Portugal. Let's attack. We could have created a faction with them, but there's no need of that. Very efficient. I can do war propaganda. Sure. And the garrison thingy. Lend-lease. Wonderful. More Lend-lease. Also wonderful. They like me. They really like me. Portugal. Well, I could pop at them, but I think I'll rather just take everything. My borders look much better now. We have secured the peninsula. Well, apart from Gibraltar. Where do we go from here? We could join up with the Germans in their fight against the Soviets. That would yield very nice results. Probably. Alright, it might finally be time for Spanish austerity. I did want to delay it as much as possible, but I think it's time. Also, atomic research. For the bonuses. Hungary joins the Axis. And we're still neutral. What we should do is make sure the United Kingdom fights the Soviet Union. Did the Soviets attack Finland yet? Justifying on Estonia. I could make this work to my advantage. We justify on Estonia as well. We want them guaranteed. And we also justify on the United States. Need more political power. Just to make sure Estonia gets a guarantee. And then they should not bend to the will of the Soviet. And with that, we'd have Soviet Union at war with the Allies, which would be perfect. Whoops, there's no more Estonia. Pity. I guess I can try the same thing with Finland. Let's gather up enough political power to do those at once. The Soviets, even if they do get their way, they usually do attack Finland. Anyway, we get some motorized and some anti-air. Actually a bit more. Kingdom of Romania cedes Bessarabia to the Soviets. See, now we are a power to be contended with, but there's not much for us to do. I am thinking of backstabbing the Allies, but for that I'll need them to fight the Soviet Union. Let's make sure Finland is guaranteed. First we justify on the United States, generating tons of world tension. Then we justify on Finland, hoping the Brits guarantee them. They guarantee the United States, like they need that. Come on, guarantee Finland. Oh, and the last garrison. Spanish austerity, goodbye stability. Let's go with this one and modify our template. I want Signal Company and support anti-air. Assassination of Trotsky. Provisional government of Sahrawi Arab Democratic Republic. Where is that exactly? This one here. There are no factories there. Sure, you do have our blessing. And Equatorial Guinea, sure. British Raj. We have territory from the British Raj? Oh, we do. Didn't realize. The more you know. Time for the best guns, I think. Let's get rid of the recovering from civil war thingy. So, did you guarantee them? Yes, you did. I can now cancel the justification. It's not like I actually want to fight the United States yet. And cancel the one on Finland. I need the Soviets to remember they're vicious and attack them. I don't remember if they do that anymore. They did for years, so I think they'll still will. Italy, laying claims. I mean, we can't have all the territory we need. That's a lot of territory. But we'll try and take some more. Greece joins Allies. And we're up to almost 100 factories, which is a decent number. Perhaps the Soviets changed their ways, and they will no longer attack Finland. I mean, usually it was like this. They would attack Finland, normally, get the White Peace, and then attack them again. China and Japan have signed the White Peace, so you don't see that often. And there's not much left to do with our political power. Let's get the Army Africa model. So, Soviet Union, you ready to attack Finland yet? No, it looks like I'll have to join the Allies and drag them into some pointless war. I might be able to put them in a war against the United States. That would be hilarious, wouldn't it? I wonder if the US would join the Axis. You know what? We have explored the Spanish Civil War. This is an Ironman game, so if I screw this up, we'll just be over. But I want to test it. I want to attack the United States as a member of the Allies. Which means I think I have to time this perfectly. How long to justify war goal in Mexico? 125 days. Okay, and we can do the join the Allies focus now. Yeah, sure, we can do it. We'll do one other focus and then join the Allies. Because once we join them, this justification might cancel because of how the factions work. I don't know, they keep changing these things. I'd rather just be cautious. So I guess we'll do equipment modernization and then join the Allies. They might not let us in, and they might join the Allies in a moment. Japan is at war with the Philippines. The United States are at war with Japan. Japan is going historical, so if they attack the Dutch East Indies, or British Malaya very soon, that'll change things. Even if this means we'll lose, we have already achieved our objective, we've played through the Civil War, and we got a pretty good outcome, and we've recovered from it. We are a powerful country now. So, now let's experiment. If they join the Allies, we'll just not do it. Germany attacked the Soviet Union. So it's a good moment to either attack Germany from the other side, as a member of the Allies, or to gang up on the Soviet Union. Anyway, our next focus is going to be to join the Allies, which might be stupid, but we can always just attack the Soviets normally. Japan demands French Indochina. Japan declared war on the Dutch East Indies, which means the United States joined the Allies, which means this whole endeavor is pointless. Cancel justification. Pity, we'll just have to go after the Soviets instead. And then Order 66 the Axis, and I'll show you that Order 66 in fact works. Just fire directly on Moscow. Now we're going to be attacking the Soviets, we're not going to be attacking the Allies, so we don't have to worry about naval invasions or anything like that. So all that bouncing around with ideologies was actually pointless, because we were a little bit late. And it's fine, I'll just show you that Order 66 still works instead. Oh, I forgot to cancel the focus. Let's cancel the focus to join the Allies, we don't need that. Justification on Moscow is complete. We're going to declare right away. We have no direct connection to them, so it's not going to be a threat. We're now at war, stability has gone down a bit, but it's not a problem. And now we should be able to get some military access. Germans, and from the Italians, and from the Hungarians, and from the Romanians, and Croatia as well. Yay, we have military access. Let's send some troops over here and help attack the Soviets. And we're getting land-lease from the United States and from the Germans. And that's what you get for being neutral against the Soviets. Not in faction, but fighting the Soviets. We're also getting invited into the Axis, which is not necessarily worth it right now. I guess I will join the Axis at least once they're in position and go to extensive conscription. Oh, wait a minute. They would not accept. They were just inviting me. I think they'll invite me back. I could turn the game off and on again and they would invite me back, but I'll just do the focus, whatever. 4% participation. I mean, if this doesn't work, I can just exit to the menu and then get back into the game, and they should invite me, because they have invited me before. We'll see, though. 10% already. We're not really making meaningful progress, though. Right, let's see if they let us join. They do. Industrially, we're doing very well. United States cancelled the Lend-Lease. Well, we are in a faction with their enemy, so it kinda makes sense. I did acquire some participation already. We can increase that later. But let the Germans do the heavy lifting. British Malaya capitulates to Japan. There's not much to do for now. I guess I'll do a spy agency. We should have done that earlier. Lots of resources we could be spending on it. We'll send some spies to the Soviet Union and all that. Japan is doing well. Malaya and Dutch East Indies taken over already. Maybe being pushed out of China was good for them. Romania got pushed back. That hardly ever happens. We might have joined the war on the wrong side. If we don't try to help the whole front line, but rather do localized attacks like this, it should work out nicely. New operative. Go to the Soviet Union. Let's replace the silent workhorse with an elusive gentleman. Silent workhorse is usually the best pick, but we have nothing to do with all that political power. But it does seem like the Soviet might is in decline. France finally joined the war, and we're doing quite well against the Soviets actually. Let's edit the order a bit. And we have taken Leningrad. I need collaboration governments. Why do we need this operation? Because this will lower the Soviet surrender threshold, so that we can get rid of them faster. Also, more collaboration. We don't have any factories we can build. Guess I'll increase infrastructure to increase extraction. Are we the only ones actually making gains? We really might have chosen the wrong side in this. No matter. We'll win. Yugoslavia taking out Italy. Yeah, it really does seem like we chose the wrong side. I mean, the Soviets are out of equipment, and I am far from it. Problem with collaboration governments is they take a long time. British Raj has capitulated. On the other hand, there's Yugoslavia all over Italy. Looks like my attack on the Soviets might have not been the best idea. I mean, we're still making gains, but it seems like I'm the only one doing it. Are you doing on logistics? Very well. Liberation of Paris. Good thing I didn't fight the Allies. Let's do some nuclear reactors. The best source of power. Italy's taken, France is retaken. We should be shifting our loyalties soon. We are close to defeating the Soviet Union. Also, we will be finishing the collaboration government mission soon. Once we take Moscow and Stalingrad, they should more or less capitulate. I might need to push a little bit further, but we're on the right track. Germany, on the other hand, is not doing too well. I think I'll need to flip sides after I deal with the Soviets. I am running out of manpower though, because I am attacking the Soviet Union on all fronts, on aggressive. So, I guess that is by requirement it is. Japan is doing exceptionally well this game. Mission complete. Collaboration increased by 45%. We're at 90% collaboration now, which actually bumped their threshold for surrender up to 47%. So now I just need to take Moscow or Stalingrad and they're dead. Oh, United States landing here. For Stalingrad and the Soviet Union surrenders. And also, we have the most influence at the peace conference. Now, I could puppet them, but we have established the collaboration government thing, so we should actually benefit more from just taking territory. Germany will take some, and I'm prepared for that. Let's pass. Twice. Yeah, that might be sufficient. And now try to cut them off to take the rest. We'll probably not have enough points to do that yet, but we sure can try. What do I mean by cutting them off? If we take all the coasts and all the territories that directly border Germany, Germany should be unable to take their territory. I mean, in theory they can, but they just won't, because of how their AI is constructed. They might create some puppets, though, but we'll see. Yeah, that looks alright. Let's not do too much border goal this time. You can keep these bits here. Okay. End turn. And the Germans should now leave our stuff alone. End turn. Yeah, have they taken anything new? They have not. Well, not outside of this area here. Let's pass a few times so it goes faster. End turn. Done. Nationalist Spain. They should have enough compliance for me to just make them a provisional government. Yep, 90% compliance. Haha, love that. You will become a provisional government in a moment. For now, I think it might be time to beat up the Germans. Yay, provisional government for the Soviet Union, they have our blessing. Spanish Russia. Perfect. And they are a collaboration government, so I get most of their factories. And I am out of manpower, but I can just use their manpower. And they, well, they have 4 million, which is just enough. Oh yeah, wanting to train a lot of troops to do all of the 62nd Germany. Yeah, let's actually change this plan a little bit. I'm gonna use Russian templates, copy the cavalry division, and also copy the infantry division. Edit the infantry division to match what I'm using normally. And edit the cavalry division to just 1 unit, and deploy lots of these. All that Russian manpower. Yeah, the game runs pretty slowly, because it's 1944. I don't feel like I need to defeat the Germans. We have already acquired enough power and territory to be sure that we can. However, I want to show you that Order 66 in fact still works. And for that, I need an army. Because some of you have been telling me that it doesn't work, and I admit it partially has been patched, because you can no longer halt retreating armies, like armies that have been exiled and are trying to go home, which is a pity, definitely a pity. Did love doing it, but there's still a way to make it work, and I'm going to demonstrate that. Now all these units reinforce the armies. What's next? One of them will garrison Spain, and the rest of them will garrison the core territories of Germany. Just core territories. We just want to capitulate them as soon as possible. Don't really care that the Allies will get more participation. Is that everything? More or less. That should do it, yes. Alright, you guys are in position. Now I still want to switch them to normal infantry. Let's see how much manpower Russia has. Russia has 3 million manpower, so they're not going to be fully equipped. That doesn't really matter. Let's go to Strelkovaya Divizia on all of them. It's going to take them a while to acquire the necessary supplies, and they won't have enough for everyone. But it's going to be enough to make a difference, I guess. Also, with more manpower, draining all the manpower Russia has, they will be a bit more resilient. Yeah, all that manpower is in the field. We can lower someone's independence. We could annex Russia back in. No, there's no need to do that. Also, they're an excellent source of resources. Okay, you guys recovered a bit. Now what we're gonna do is do the Order 66 against Germany. How? Oh, Germany actually recovered all this territory this quickly. Also, Yugoslavia is doing great. You guys in position yet? Yes. And so are you. Good. So what we're doing now is we leave the faction. And we declare war, but we can't attack them directly. We have to attack their ally. So I'm going to justify a war goal on Hungary, North Transylvania. It's going to take 125 days, which is a lot. Now, can you see that my troops are not retreating from German territory? They're not going home. The problem with Order 66 not working was essentially the change that exiled troops will no longer respond to the halt command. However, these troops are not exiled, because prior to joining the Axis, I took the time to ask them for military access. The rule of thumb is the AI will always give you military access if you are fighting the same enemy, and you're not fighting each other. Okay, provisional governments. So, the moment we attacked the Soviet Union, before we joined the Axis, we asked the Germans for military access. Military access might seem pointless, because we joined the Axis later. However, it wasn't pointless, it let us do this. And now when we attack Hungary, and Germany joins, we'll instantly capitulate Germany, or almost instantly. They might still defend some of their key victory points, but I have lots of troops and manpower here. So even if we don't succeed at capitulating them, we will disrupt them heavily, and more importantly, I will prove my point about the Order 66 still working. My favorite creation within the Hearts of Iron 4. Again, if you attack Germany directly while putting troops in Germany, they'll just be teleported home. You have to attack their ally, or someone they're guaranteeing. By the way, don't garrison forts. Don't need that. That's better. Yeah, just do victory points and ports and coasts. Whatever else you feel like. World is your oyster. Well, German territory is your oyster. Are we doing on logistics? Need some more support and infantry equipment. The rest is fine. Did Germany focus on securing the Soviet border? They did. Well, it's no longer Soviet border, it's Russia. Let's research motorized rocket artillery because it's cool. Come on, United States, don't steal my thunder. I want to take them over. You guys building military factories in Russia? Oh no, we focused on the forts. I mean, I don't need level 10 forts. Just faster to shift-click everything. Oh, there's a German in Berlin. There's also 6 of our people. Really proud of Yugoslavia. 15 days. Justification is complete. Alright, time to witness perfection. Declare war on Hungary. Do not call anyone in. Have Germany join them. Iceland has joined them. Not Germany, though. Come on, Germany. Ah, here we go. As you can see, Order 66 has successfully concluded. Now these guys are on garrison orders, and on aggressive they will soon start trying to acquire German territory everywhere. And Italy has been called in as well, but Italy is almost capitulated. And we instantly went down to 74% towards capitulation. Now they still hold many important victory points, but we should be able to remedy that. I guess I'll switch you over to just care about victory points. You'd focus on them heavily. Vichy France. Not a problem. I'm heavily fortified with level 7 forts and they don't even have enough troops to secure the border. Should I attack? I should just attack. Berlin's ours. Which means we've just finished the battle for Berlin, 90% towards capitulation. Some people are being called in. You guys expand a little bit. Won't take too long. Ah, beautiful. I do love when it comes together like this. I think the Germans were not ready for it. Just like the Jedi. Still, just 97%. Did I miss some core states? I might have. We'll be done with them in no time at all. And here we go. Germany capitulates. Unfortunately, we just entered the war and we only took a little bit of territory. I don't really have any war score, which is silly because I did all the work, but also that's how the game works. You just have to live with it. Let's pass and take some Hungarian territory. Yay! Also, let's accept the invitation to the Allies. Actually, I couldn't join the Allies. Looks like their invitation expired when we were no longer at war. Doesn't matter anymore. We are victorious. I mean, mostly the Allies are victorious because they have enforced themselves on Germany, but we made it capitulate. And we have also proven that Order 66 still exists, still works, and it's still awesome. And also, we own Russia. So that's something. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. Let me know how you liked this video, and also if I should try the other path on the Spanish focus tree. That is it for today. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon. Goodbye.